When we bought Bitcoin, we bought 250 million. No public company had ever bought any. People thought we were crazy. So then we bought another 175 million. People thought we were crazy. Then we bought 600 million more. People said, you can't stand on it. It'll destroy you. It's like standing on a bridge made of steel. And I concluded, it's the perfect engineered material to solve our problem, but people are living in fear. And how are we going to get them to not be fearful? I was reminded of Andrew Carnegie's example. It's like build the bridge, go stand out in the middle of the bridge. You build an airplane, fly the airplane. Show people that it's not going to break. We said, well, if it's good for 100 million, it's good for $1 billion. If it's good for $1 billion, we might as well go for 4 billion, right? And at some point, people will realize that they have more to fear by not embracing this technology than by embracing it.
Bitcoin, the future of currency revolution. My name is Joel Bennett. Welcome to the show called One Step. Let's talk about the journey. Now priced at $67,000, Bitcoin has emerged as a revolutionary force in the world of finance and economics. Initially met with skepticism and uncertainty, Bitcoin has steadily gained traction and credibility, positioning itself as a potential replacement for traditional fiat currencies like the US and Canadian dollar. As we look towards the future, Bitcoin is becoming increasingly evident, has the potential to revolutionize the industry, potentially making it the new dollar. Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, a vocal advocate for Bitcoin, Saylor's beliefs about the digital currency and its role in the future of money have sparked discussions, debates, and even controversies.
I want you to imagine Bitcoin as it's a city in cyberspace that's 276 blocks wide, 276 blocks high, 276 blocks deep, about 21 million blocks. Now imagine all 8 billion people in the world want to live there one day. They want to put their capital there. There's $900 trillion of wealth in the world. As people migrate from every other form of property and they've assets into cyberspace, you're going to see the Bitcoin network go from $1 trillion network to a 10x that to 100x that. And there really is nowhere else to go. It is the apex property of the human race.
This script looks into Michael Saylor's perspectives on Bitcoin and how he sees it shaping the financial landscape. Bitcoin rises to prominence can be contributed to several key factors. One of these significance is its decentralized nature. Unlike traditional currencies that are controlled by governments and central banks.
So Ethereum in 2032, you have a node. Your node runs on your phone. Every 12 seconds or 32 seconds or whatever number we agree on, you download 3.6 megabytes of data. You hash it. You do a couple of elliptic curve equations to check a snark. That's it. You know the block is valid. Wait 12 seconds, get 3.6 megabytes of data, hash it, do some elliptic curve operations, verify the snark, and valid. 12 seconds later, data, hash, elliptic curve check, valid, right? So, like, the whole process just becomes, incredibly sleek and seamless to the point where, like, literally a phone could even do it, right? Because it's incredibly light on computation. The only thing that it's heavy on is data, and data just happens to be the thing that, phones are increasingly getting insanely good at and will get even better at over the next 10 years. Like, that to me is what I see the final goal being from a protocol standpoint.
Bitcoin operates on a peer-to-peer network, allowing for transactions to occur directly between users without the need for intermediaries. This decentralization not only makes Bitcoin more secure, but also more transparent and efficient. One of Michael Saylor's core beliefs is that Bitcoin is the digital gold.
Does it ever have to be a currency? Or do you think it ever becomes a quote unquote currency?
It doesn't have to be a currency. Nobody's trying to buy a cup of coffee with a fraction of their building on Fifth Avenue, right? But every rich person I know owns property in London or New York City or somewhere, and none of them complain about not being able to spend their building to as a medium of exchange. So the killer application is capital preservation for everybody. The store of value is the killer use case. Medium of exchange is a distraction. Governments are always going to issue currency. They're always going to make it legal tender, and that's just fine. Bitcoin's competing with gold. It's going to eat it, and then it's competing with risk assets as a long-term hold, and it's competing with you buying an Airbnb as a retirement income source if you're a middle-class person.
He argues that, like gold, Bitcoin is a scarce asset with a capped supply of 21 million coins. This scarcity, combined with its decentralized nature, makes Bitcoin an edge against inflation and currency devaluation. Michael Saylor views Bitcoin as a superior store of value compared to traditional assets, including gold, due to its portability, divisibility, and resistance to censorship.
Why don't you break this down simply for people like me that don't fully understand it?
Okay, well, let's start with the basic principle. People came to the United States for two things: property and freedom. And Bitcoin represents property and freedom to 8 billion people. Satoshi created a computer program that would run in a distributed fashion on computers all around the earth. And that program creates 21 million virtual coins in cyberspace. The way it works is he created perfect digital gold on an open monetary network. And so that means if you wanted to save $1,000 and you wanted to have it beyond the reach of a company, a CEO, a government, a bank, and you wanted to have personal custody of it, you could have that with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a technical solution to give 8 billion people property rights. If I can own $100 in my hand as easily as I can own $1 billion.
Furthermore, Bitcoin underlying technology, blockchain, has the potential to revolutionize industries beyond finance. Blockchain is a distributed ledger that records transactions across the network of computers, ensuring that transactions are secure, transparent, and tamper-proof. This technology has applications in a wide range of industries, from supply chain management to healthcare, and the potential to streamline processes and reduce costs significantly. As Bitcoin continues to gain Main Street acceptance, it is not difficult to imagine a future where it becomes the new dollar. Already, we have seen a growing number of businesses and institutions accepting Bitcoin as a form.
We've all got to appreciate that only 40% of Bitcoin is held in the US. It's the rest of the world that has 60% that really determines its price. It's great to have these spot ETFs, but I would never buy an ETF and pay fees. That makes no sense. I don't know why anybody would. But it's an easy product to stick in your, brokerage account, I guess. But it's not an institutional product.
Form of payment, and many countries are exploring the possibility of creating their own digital currency based on blockchain technology. shout out to PayPal Technologies.
Step two is going to be the tokenization of every financial asset. And to me, this is where we believe it's going. So we're looking at Bitcoin, we're looking at ETFs in the same manner. These are technological changes that can allow us to move forward. Step two is going to be the tokenization of every financial asset. And to me, this is where we believe it's going.
However, for Bitcoin to truly become the new dollar, there are several challenges that need to be overcome. One of the most significant is regulated Bitcoin and our regulatory uncertainty. Many governments are still grappling with how to regulate Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which could hinder their widespread adoption. Another challenge is scalability. Bitcoin's currency infrastructure can only process a limited number of transactions per second, which could be a bottleneck as its popularity grows. However, there are ongoing efforts to address this issue, such as development of the Lightning Network, which aim to enable faster and more scalable Bitcoin transactions. According to Michael Saylor, the future of money is digital.
My house in Miami Beach was purchased for $100,000 in 1930. Okay, I bought it for $14 million.
This is the villa.
In 2012. Today, you know, yeah. So 100,000 to 50 million in less than 100 years. That's not the house getting more valuable. That's the currency getting less valuable.
And Bitcoin is at the forefront of this transformation. He envisions a world where Bitcoin becomes the primary reserve asset for individuals, corporations, and even governments. In his view, the adoption of Bitcoin will lead to a more stable and equitable global financial system, free from the constraints of traditional banking and the fiat currencies. Despite challenges, the future looks bright for Bitcoin. With its decentralized nature, limited supply, and innovative technology, Bitcoin has the potential to revolutionize the industry and become the new dollar. As more people and businesses embrace Bitcoin, we could be witnessing the dawn of a new era in finance and economics. To conclude, Michael Saylor's belief in Bitcoin as the future of money is unwavering. His vision of the digital gold, decentralized and democratized financial system is both bold and compelling. The landscape is undeniable as the world continues to grapple with the complexities of digital currency. Saylor's insights will undoubtedly remain a topic of interest and debate. My name is Joel Bennett. If you find value in this script, hit the like, subscribe, and share. The show is called One Step. Stay tuned. You all take care and bye.